Hello, the doc is in, and welcome back to another video. Today we are talking about One Piece, chapter 1050, Honor. I think the last time we spoke was when we had, I think Luffy defeated Kaido. Actually, that might have actually just been the last chapter. Anyway, much either way, the fight between Luffy and Kaido has come to an end. The war is over. And Momonosuke has brought Onigashima to the ground. At least that's what happened in the last chapter towards the end. And that's about all the context you need before we hop into this chapter. So let's get right into it. Cover story. I don't know if I usually cover these. But to my dismay, we don't have a sudden appearance of the Blackbeard crew invading Whole Cake. Kind of depressing, but like, what is it, like Ichiji and Reiju are here. I mean, it's good to see Reiju again, but I'm just saying, it would have been cooler if Blackbeard would have been invading Whole Cake. That would have been a look, then end the cover story there, like no more context for that. Oh, that would have hit. But who knows, we might see some stuff soon, because assumably, if the arc's not about to end, at least the what is it called? The act is gonna end, which means we'll get a view into the outside world, which could be fun. But I mean, we'll see what happens. Anyway, right into the chapter. Well, but let's get into the chapter. So we have first panel. We got Kaido falling to the ground, and we see that apparently the hole that he went through. Right, we saw that he was like falling really fast. He got hit into the ground and everything. So apparently him and Big Bomb have fallen in parallel holes that are going really deep underground. It seems like the indication is that they fall into lava somewhere around the volcano area, but obviously deeper than where the volcano is above ground. But you get the idea. From there, we see Luffy's falling out of the sky. Makes sense. He's really tired. Yamato comes in, catches him, and Yamato's basically like, "Dang, y'all kind of crazy for that one. Y'all really just did that whole mission. Respect it." We got Momonosuke laying there on the ground, worn out, with a bunch of clouds floating around Onigashima in the background, and we leave that scene to go join Otoko and Tenguyama. Almost forgot his name. And they're looking at the sky, and everybody's laying off their lanterns and stuff. And Otoko basically, I don't know, this might be a flashback actually, or maybe it's like a real-time conversation. But basically they're talking, and basically Otoko's basically being like, you know, why did my father like die and stuff? Like, he gave his life for the cause, but like, what was it about? And Tenguyama basically elaborates. He says like, you know, for the sake of the future, to keep hope alive, that is why he gave his life. We get a little flashback of Otoko and Yasuie hanging out, and basically this is around the time when she first eats the smile fruit, and she eats it and obviously starts laughing, and like he's concerned about it, and so then it's kind of suggested based on this little flashback that he ate part of a smile fruit to kind of like contract the same not sickness, well yeah, sickness, as she had. It was, I know previously it was kind of implied that he didn't eat a fruit and he just smiled like everybody else to, you know, be a part, kind of like make them not feel like something was wrong with them, or kind of like make them feel like, you know, we're all in this together kind of thing. Which, I mean, you could still kind of spin it to be like, oh, well, Yasuie technically still did that because he did eat the fruit set to make Otoko specifically feel that way. But it just so happens that it's not like he's just smiling out of his own choice. He's kind of smiling because he contracted a sickness. But much either way. Tenguyama explains that to Otoko, and Otoko's like, you know, dang, he really did all that for like all of us? And Tenguyama kind of like specifies, like, you know, it was kind of like for you. It was for you. Like, he sacrificed himself for you included, to like make sure you went on to live a happy life, whatever. And Otoko decides to change what she wrote on her lantern, and instead of putting saying that she wants to see her dad, she basically says thank you. And I'm like, dang, that was pretty heartwarming. That was good. Got you there. Got me. And we see like everybody looking up at the lanterns going up in the sky and everything. So it's a very nice scene. We cut to Cat Viper, I believe that's his name, and basically he's doing a little bit of an announcement on top of Onigashima. He's basically like, hey, we won, boys. We did it. We made it through the night. Good job, everyone who survived. And you got like little reactions of everybody. The Red Scabbards, they're making their faces. Kids smirking. He's like, yeah, we did that. And Colors in the background. We got Law being harassed by Beppo. We got Apu basically being, oh snap, they actually beat Kaido. Ooh. And we get a little bit more reactions, people from the crew, etc, etc. You get the reactions. And we get a little line with, I guess a little update. So we got, Kinemon, I can't remember who the other person is. But basically, we got the injured, the two that were with, Usopp and then Zoro. And Chopper says he needs more help, so, they're gonna heal everybody up. I don't know if we're gonna get elaboration on what was going on with Zoro earlier with the, like, death thing, but maybe we're not. And from there, we get a semi-interesting situation where basically Momonosuke is talking to Zunisha, and he basically says he's going to open up the borders of Wano, but just not right now. And so Wano's borders continue to be pushed off for like when they're gonna get opened. I mean, it would have been pretty cool for them just to open it, but logically speaking, this would probably be a great time to not open the borders. So we'll see how that goes going on. I mean, let me digress. I'm not gonna touch on that just yet. From there, we have some of the leftover Beast Pirates kind of like being like, oh, we'll still fight you guys. Which, I mean, there's enough people left behind, and more importantly, the stronger people still left behind on the good side that, yeah, they're a lot weaker, but we're saying peons versus, like, pretty high tier combatants, you guys are gonna lose. And so, instead of, like, Frankie getting involved, because he's the one who was originally mad, he was like, bro, I'll really beat the shit out of you guys, like, stop playing with me. What happens is that Yamato comes in, and basically she talks to the boys, and she's like, hey, look, alright, we saved you. And they kind of point out like, oh, you're just talking like you're on their side. I mean, I'm surprised they haven't figured out that she's very obviously not on your side, but much either way. She basically says, hey, we saved you. Don't be so, I mean, I wouldn't say rude, but don't waste the chance we gave you to survive, which is kind of what they're doing. I mean, obviously if they fight again, they're just gonna die. That's just what's gonna happen. And so that's the situation. I suppose that stopped them, and they're just gonna go back into Onigashima or whatever. And from there, we hear people talking about there being an earthquake. My understanding of it is that with Big Mom and Kaido stuck in the lava, I don't know, I guess they upset the situation going on down there. I don't know if there's going to be something more to that, because when we see them in the lava, we don't see them moving or anything. We don't see them talking or anything. So you can only assume they're like not drowning, but burning up and stuff. Eventually they'll probably get up. I don't think they're just going to die like that. But the Udon prison, and we hear them kind of like noticing like, oh, what's going on with the surface of the ocean, the sea. And basically, in some capacity, for some reason, there was a giant explosion in the middle of the ocean, and it seems like there was a volcano that erupted underwater. Now again, we don't know why that is. We assume that it's just, them getting, Kaido and Big Mom getting blown up. But we don't know why they're getting blown up. Because logically speaking, there's no reason why they should just the underwater volcano should just suddenly explode, because they're underground. But, I mean, like I said, we'll see. And so from there, everybody on the mainland finally notices that, like, there's a lot of weird stuff going on. I mean, as always, the first thing they noticed was the volcano erupting, but neither here nor there. And from there, they're all concerned and stuff. And then from there, Momonosuke comes in, and of course, everybody's like, "Oh my God, is that Kaido? What is he doing on our only day off?" And in a similar manner to how Kaido came in and lorded over the towns and stuff, Momonosuke shows up and he's like, "Hey yo, bro, not to worry, the battle's over, we defeated the Beast Pirates." And they're like, and then it's elaborated, well, not elaborated, but everybody, like, the Nine Red Scabbers start showing up. Komurasaki, or Hiyori specifically, has shown up, and basically they're like, "What is going on? Are these ghosts?" And then Denjiro's like, "Not to worry, guys, I'll explain all the details. Also, meet your new Shogun of Wano." Now, who could be the new Shogun of Wano? I feel like that's kind of left in the air, because you want to assume it'd be Momonosuke, but Hiyori's also there, and theoretically she could also be the Shogun of Wano. So, I mean, we'll kind of see how that goes, but that's the end of the chapter. Simple chapter, kind of wrapping things up, and pretty decent. Nothing crazy happens, nothing too out of the ordinary. Discussion wise, I would say two parts that really need to be discussed to a certain degree. That would be obviously the Shogun part, but like I said, it kind of just comes down to, does Oda want to put in Momonosuke? Is Momonosuke joining the crew at all? Is he staying on Wano? So on and so forth. Those are really the questions that need to be put in play. And if Hiyori's not Shogun, what's going to be her role in things? So, I mean, we'll see. And then the other thing, and the more interesting thing to discuss here, is what's going on with Kaido and Big Bomb. I assume, based on Oda's track record and whatnot, that they're not gonna outright die in the lava. I don't think that's fair. I mean, I think even the point of pointing out that they fell in the lava and showing them multiple times and showing the eruption kind of sets it up that they kind of got spewed out of the lava. But from there, it's like, okay, now what? Like, are they alive? Are they not alive? Well, not even not alive, but like, are they still active in terms of fighting? Are they not active anymore? Are they gonna encounter Luffy now that he's beaten both of them and they're like showing respect? Are they gonna be like, it's only a matter of time before we come back and beat you? Like, I don't actually know. And considering that, from my understanding, another YouTuber named Morj, M-O-R-J, is still repping the set of the raid's going to fail. I mean, given it seems like it's pretty much won. I mean, Cat Viper even announced it and everything. They're making people who are left over of the Beast Pirates side, give up. I mean, it seems like they've won, but I mean, you really never know, to be fair. To be fair, we really don't know. And outside of that, I think the chapter is relatively straightforward in what it wants to convey. With that all being said, if you like the video, leave a like. If you dislike the video, leave a dislike. Comments, questions, concerns, what are you thinking? How are you feeling about the chapter? So on and so forth. What do you think we're going to get in the next chapter? And if you enjoy my voice and you enjoy watching my content and stuff, feel free to subscribe. I will never stop you. And with that all being said, thank you again for watching the video all the way through, or at least the very ending. I don't know. I have no clue why you're back here. But much either way. Thank you again for watching the video, and the doc is out. Peace.